In another video I did on this channel very recently, I told you that the fight against corruption is selective. Indeed, I said that is the great danger, because it seems that the people to be prosecuted, or rather the scandals to be prosecuted, are being very carefully chosen. The whole idea being to protect certain people who the government does not want to prosecute at this time. Of course, there are also others who the government will never ever want to prosecute, and yet they're involved. Yeah, they're involved in this fraud, in the siphoning of funds that from the public treasury. They're involved, but they cannot be prosecuted at this time, and others can never ever be prosecuted, ever. Now, what has also emerged now is that even the NYS, the particular NYS cases where individuals have already been charged for, has not captured everybody involved. In fact, what is of great concern is that the main NYS suspects, the main suspects, yeah, are not in custody. Indeed, the Director of Criminal Investigations has ignored them. He has shown no interest at all in those particular individuals. The long and short of what that means is that actually there's some people who are untouchable. Yeah? There's some people who can never ever be prosecuted. There are also some people who will not be prosecuted. The government is not interested in prosecuting them just now. As to whether they'll be prosecuted in future, or as to whether they will ever be prosecuted, that is not clear. Who are these people? And who are the main NYS suspects? We'll answer that question and many others immediately after the short upcoming commercial break. Don't go away. Welcome back. Now, according to the charge sheets which are in court, yeah, at the time when the crime was committed, the crime these people are being charged for, the CS in charge, the cabinet secretary in charge, was indeed a woman called Cicely Kariuki. Now, Cicely Kariuki is yet to be charged. Now, the excuse investigators have given is that some people have been left out because they're going to be charged in phase 2 of the operation. Yeah, these 54 suspects are all under phase 1. So there's a phase 2 which is coming, which will deal with other people. Now, of course, that remains to be seen. But what I want to draw your attention to are some very interesting revelations that before even this thing started, right inside Parliament, there's a group of legislators who are fighting for more funds to be allocated to the NYS. They fought and succeeded in getting more funds allocated to the NYS. And now, looking back in retrospect, it is clear that the whole intention of getting these more funds allocated to the NYS is so that they could be embezzled. It's so that they could be stolen. Now, logic tells us that, in fact, the investigation should have started with these individuals. Yeah, these individuals should have been right at the top of the list. They should have been first to be arrested and arraigned in court before anybody else. But they remain at large. Indeed, they remain untouched. Okay? And actually, there's a logical explanation for that. Not acceptable to the people of Kenya, but it's a logical explanation. Now, this is a very sensitive issue, yeah, and I reveal the names of these people, the chief suspects of the NYS scandal, yeah. I reveal all of them and I explain exactly what they did and how the thing went down in my latest Club 1999 sensitive recording. Now, it is super easy to be a member of Club 1999. All you need to do is use the email address you see on your screens right now. Send a blank email. You'll get an automated response immediately, yeah, giving you payment instructions. 6 months subscription costs only $1,999, $19.99. That's why the club is called 1999, or $19.99. For those out of Kenya who may want to pay in dollars, permanent membership or membership for life costs only $2,999, $29.99. And so I strongly recommend that you become a member of the club right away, yeah, by sending that blank email, and you'll get the instructions on what to do next. I'm very grateful to current club members and all those who choose to be members, because they help to finance the worthy cause of this channel, yeah, of getting you all that information. Of course, this is not very cheap, yeah, the expenses involved, yeah, and I never do any fundraisers on the channel, yeah, I bear most of the cost because this is a hobby close to my heart. But naturally, I'd really appreciate any help from wherever it comes. Anyway, even if the club did not exist, there's a lot of information that there's no way I would release on a public channel like this one, and I think you understand. Therefore, the club is a very good opportunity to release that information, yeah. Now, the other very interesting development in this latest NYS saga is that the state or the prosecution has opposed bail. Now, what that means is that the suspects are going to spend at least 1 week in police cells. That is because a ruling will be made on the bail application in about 1 week's time. Now, this is a strange one, yeah, because it's a constitutional right for a suspect, because you're not guilty until you're proven so. Indeed, according to the law, you're innocent until proven guilty. Now, I'm aware that Kenyans are very keen that justice should be done. They're very keen that at least there should be seen correction. Now, I'm very much aware of the fact that Kenyans are baying for blood. Yeah, they would like to see these people locked up as soon as possible. And therefore, them being denied bail has made very many Kenyans happy. I'm aware of that. However, the law is the law. The Constitution is the Constitution. And by law, any suspect, yeah, deserves humane treatment. Yeah, they deserve bail. They deserve to be bailed out, even as their case continues, until they are proved guilty by a court of law. That is the way the system works. So it was very strange that the DPP's office strongly opposed bail. And the excuse was that they're finishing investigations. The excuse is that if these people are let out, they will interfere with the investigations. The other strong grounds that bail can be denied is if somebody is a flight risk. Yeah, there's a possibility that they could jump bail, run away from justice. Now, it is easy to imagine why such suspects would be forced to remain in police cells for so long, yeah, without even their bail being considered, because now they have to wait for a week, yeah. And the reason may be what they were trying to do as they were being arrested. That could give us a clue. Because some of them were trying to call very important people in the country, yeah, to ask them what's happening. Why am I being arrested? The whole idea may be that some people do not want to be bothered by calls, distress calls from these individuals. Because clearly, their tissue paper moment has come. Yeah, in case you missed that recording, I've just put a link above the screen right now. You can click on it and go and understand what tissue paper syndrome is all about. Yeah, the tissue paper moment has arrived, and maybe they need a week in the cooler. Yeah, behind cells, for it to sink in fully that actually the tissue paper moment has arrived. Anyway, let us see what will happen next. Let us see what will happen after that 1 week, or if something will be done to bail them out before that 1 week. I'm of course keeping a very close eye on this on your behalf. Until next time, this is Kshs Kumekucha.